thrown/shoved to the ground. And they start sitting on me. And more people are coming, and they're all sitting on me. And at this point, yeah, it's kind of alarming, but it's also kind of funny. People are taking pictures, the crowd is gathering. I'm like, ha ha ha. And I mean, I hate Twilight. Like, I really hate Twilight, so I like seeing people beat up on Edward Cullen, which is sort of like But then, somebody kind of shifts, and I can't breathe. So I really would like to ask him to get off, but I can't ask him to get off because I can't breathe. So I'm starting to kind of flail a little, but there's like 8 people on me at this point. And finally somebody notices, and they all get off. I was a little bruised after that, so I guess that's my horror story. So, I mean, Joe cosplays are fun, but there's always a risk. I'm really glad I didn't asphyxiate so that I could come to this kind of set. Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me of a Hetalia story that I have. You have a lot of Hetalia fans here?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a word of advice for Hetalia fans. I understand your desire for historical accuracy. However, who was at Anime Boston last year? They know this one. There's a photo circulating around on the internet of a Hetalia cosplay shoot with a line of Germanies doing this.
Oh no!
This was done close to the Holocaust War Memorial on Passover.
Oh no!
Now, that's pretty bad. Almost as bad, there was a guy at the convention who was dressed up as Schrodinger from Hellsing Ultimate, the Nazi cat boy. And a couple walked up to him, they commented on his interesting outfit, and they commended him for having the bravery to wear it. Then they asked him for some directions. And he said, well, what you're going to want to do is go down this street, hang a left, and straight on. Oh, crap. So that's why it's great to have historical accuracy. Just be very, very, very careful. Anyone else have a con horror story they'd like to share? Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta go for the girl in the back in the costume. I'm a sucker for costumes, and I'm a sucker for girls. Maybe then I'll tell you a trap story.
Hello, everybody. So, this convention horror story takes place back at Anime Next 2007. This story almost got me banned from my parents from ever going to another convention ever again, and it was not my fault at all. Saturday, Anime Next 2007, I was dressed as Rock Lee from Naruto. I go out to the Naruto photo shoot, getting all excited, before the photo shoot, and by the way, this is also the first convention I ever cosplayed at, Anime Next 2007. And so, I'm waiting out there, and some people are playing some awesome Naruto intro music, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna dance, and this is gonna be awesome. Da-da-da-da. This Orochimaru cosplayer comes over to me and starts biting my neck, okay?
Oh my God.
Saying that he wants a taijutsu expert to be his next body, okay? He starts sucking on my neck. And as soon as he pulls away, my friend brings my mirror over, and of course, I have a hickey there. And I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me. Now, the guy seriously, pulled, the turtleneck away so that he could get to my actual skin. Like, okay, fine, whatever. I can forgive this. I should have seen this coming when I decided to dress up. It's true. Every time we dress up, we, give ourselves up to the fandom crowd to be abused for whatever reason. It's true. You all know it's true. So on Sunday, Anime Next 2007, I was dressed as Misa from Death Note. Thank you. And I go out to the photo shoot area, once again, quite excited. And I find a different Orochimaru cosplayer, okay? Now she's leaving me alone, alright? She's off doing her own thing. And then she and her friends decide they're gonna frolic around the area. First of all, it was hilarious to watch. I'm just gonna put that out there. But then her giant butt boat falls off, okay? And she's freaking out because she needs a second person to put it on. So I walk over, good person that I am, and I was like, do you need help putting this back on? She goes, yes. So I help her put the bow back on. She's so grateful. She's so thankful. Awesome. And she's like, can I bite your neck? And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Again?
She went on the other side of my neck and started sucking on my neck again.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not gonna say a thing. I'm just like, I'm happy I could help you. I have a photo shoot to get to. Okay, thanks, bye. So, Sunday ends, I drive back home with my friends, I walk in the door, the first thing my mom, of course, sees are the 2 hickeys on my neck. She looks at me and she goes, "What were you doing there?" Because she has never been to a convention before. Now, when I was younger, my dad accompanied me to a convention because I was too young to be there by myself. But my mom had never been to one before. She goes, "What do you do there? What do they make you do there? I, as your mother, am letting you go to these places? What?" She starts freaking out and yelling at me, screaming at me the whole time. And I'm just like, Mom, it wasn't my fault. And she's like, "I am never letting you go to another convention ever again. These places are places of pure evil." And of course I'm thinking to myself, "No, duh, they are." Duh. Everybody knows that. But luckily, in the end, my dad was home. I explained the situation to him. He's like, "Well, I don't quite like the fact that 2 people were sucking the neck of my daughter, but I've seen worse at the convention I went to." It's like, "Yes, Dad, I know you've seen worse. You don't need to relive it." It was kind of traumatizing, to be completely honest with you. And he explains the story to my mom. My mom finally calms down by about Thursday, might I add. And of course, Anime Next 2008 rolls around, and she just glares at me as I leave the house. She's like, "If you come back again," I'm like, "I know, Mom. It's okay. Don't worry." She goes, "I'll put a chastity belt on you. I swear to God." So that was a story that almost got me banned from conventions for life. Luckily, it did not, and I am here to grace all of you as Rena. Welcome to Hinamizawa, everybody!
Are you gonna like cut my head off with the giant thing?
I left it under my bed back at home so that no one will take it.
Oh, thank God, because I left my baseball bat in the car. Any parents here? Any parents here with their kids? No parents? Oh, one parent? Awesome. And cat ears. Even better. See, my very first convention I went to with my father. I was 15 years old, and it was a sci-fi convention, and I couldn't drive, and my parents weren't going to let me take the train. So I went to the first convention with my father, and this was Icon on Long Island, and I don't know what happened to him. I don't see him for the entire time I'm there. I go looking for him. I find him in the cabaret, laughing at Kenny Baker. That's the guy inside the R2-D2 suit. Needless to say, the very next year, the horror story is he wanted to go back. Okay, so how many people here are sharing a room? All of you? Okay, got a question for you. Okay, random. How many people are in your room?
There are 3.
3? 5? 7? Okay, NecoCon 2 years ago, I had 24 people in my room. Would you like to hear me how I got 24 people into the room? Okay, this is a suite, mind you, so there's a front and a back. It's an embassy suite. So, we have 2 queen-size beds. There are 3 people in each bed. That's 6. We have 1 person between the bed and the window, 1 person between the 2 beds, and 1 person between the bed and the wall. That's 9 people. 1 person at the foot of each bed, we're up to 11. 1 person on top of the writing desk, 1 person under the writing desk, we're at 13. In the other room, 2 people on the fold-out, that's 15. 1 person between the fold-out and the door, 14. Number 15 was sleeping in a chair. Numbers 16 and 17 were arranged in an L position next to the sofa. We have 2 people sleeping under the bed. Now we're up to 19. Number 20 is on top of the table. Number 21 is under the table. Number 22 is on top of the television cabinet. Number 23 slept in the lobby, and number 24 was in the tub. Actually, no, number 23 was in the bathroom, number 24 was in the tub. Needless to say, nothing bad happened. There was a lot of funk, but nobody got hurt. Anyone else have a con horror story they'd like to share? Okay. I'll get you because you're in the front. Then I want you over there with the hair.
Yeah, this one's pretty short. So I went to Anime Boston this year, and it was my second con, so I didn't really know what's going on, but...
Did you get caught in the thunderstorm on Saturday?
Yes.
So did I.
Okay, but that's not the point. Obviously, like Boston is known for seafood and stuff, but seems like that day I had some like pretty bad crab, so I had to take a pretty big crab pretty soon. So I ran into the restroom and I looked to the right, and there were Sailor Moons fixing their hair. So I was like, oh my god, this is a girl's restroom. And so I went out and I ran back in, and there were guys. And I had my crab time, and I washed my hands. I said hi, and I went out.
Oh my god.
That doesn't sound like a horror story. It's pretty, I mean, eating bad seafood. I mean, I ate bad seafood after NIAF 09, and I was laid up for like 4 days. Oh, it's a trap story? Yeah, bad stories of traps. Okay, you. You're going to do it with flash and flare and panache?
All right, my story. This could literally make it into being a horror story because it's about how I developed a stalker for the time of 2 years because I was the idiot who gave my phone number out at a convention. It's 2 years ago at this very con, and I being a at that time 17-year-old boy between the ages of 17 and 35, I had these two Rubenesque women come up to me, making general comments that such go to the con will do. I, being the attention whore that I was, decided, oh, let me give them my number, I'll get numbers of their friends, so and so. This number ends up getting transferred down to someone who I knew about a year ago who had a weird history with me regarding, you know, phone conversations, emails, snail mail, in general. So I don't know who this person is that they've given the number to was someone I knew. So what I get is an influx of 20 to 30 messages on a daily basis after this con from an anonymous messenger. This continues to go to the slow and slower until later on when I decide, okay, I need a ruse, and being the idiot I am, decide I'm going to have one of my friends who speaks a foreign language say I'm working for a company somewhere else, and that'll be the end of it. I'm the idiot who picks one of my friends who speaks fluent Japanese. So now I have a stalker who thinks I'm working for a Japanese company, and my friend who isn't very good at lying makes me think it's America. And somehow this person has gotten my email address. Needless to say, 3 to 4 weeks of email influxes later, I finally get it all deleted. I block all the accounts. And it hasn't continued. But that is literally how one bad Defense of the Con actually turned into a horror story. I had an unbeknownst stalker for about a year and a half because of a number I gave out at the con.
What was the number?
Okay, my phone number is 631.
No, the number was 8675309. Yeah, I'm from the 80s, I can go with that. Actually, I had a similar thing happen to me at KatsuCon last year. I gave my number because I was press and I was looking to get some interviews with some voice actors, and I gave my number to the press liaison, and for the entire weekend, apparently somebody wrote the number down in the wrong place, and then someone stole the number, and for the entire weekend, I was getting phone calls intended for gray hairs. Needless to say, it was a very interesting weekend. Thankfully, I have since changed my number. So, anyone else have a con horse? Okay, yeah, go for it. Seriously, this is just proof that anything that can happen at a con that can go wrong will.
Yeah.